Well, these firefighters are from air operations at Fire Station 90 in Van Nuys, and you have a firefighter that is one of our Helitac firefighter paramedics that's on a hoist. Now, the pilots that fly these aircraft are very skilled, and they tell us that hovering is one of the most dangerous flying operations that we have to do. But they'll lower this firefighter down. Upon him, he has his buoyancy vest, helmet, and then he'll have a capture strap, or maybe even the harness that he told the incident commander that he has available, so when he captures the dog, we don't, now the dog looks like it's getting a little afraid because it's fun. It's very windy, a lot of downwash downs coming down from the helicopter. The firefighter will go over there and make sure that the animal, understands that he's there to help them because he doesn't want to get bitten or hurt by the dog itself. It would be an innocent reaction by the animal, I'm sure, but once again, that's how the Helitac will work, try to capture him if possible. But the helicopter might back off because you've got to be concerned about overhead obstacles and things that might interfere with that operation.
Yeah, when you say hovering is one of the more dangerous parts of this rescue mission, obviously, because the dog keeps moving away, hovering is going to have to be a big part of this if they're going to try to reach him.
It is, and, our pilots are some of the best pilots anywhere. We've got a great team with the city and the county, and hovering it is a very tough. Some of the folks that fly for you right now will probably be nodding their head up and down, and they do it all the time.
Yeah.
Get this picture. They're hovering at about 5,000 to 8,000 feet, maybe even more, zooming in on the shot. So they can relate to our helicopter pilot trying to keep this bird in position with the wind and the weather and obstacles, clouds coming by that basically almost blanked out your screen there for a long time.
Yeah, and I have not been able to ride on one of these helicopters during a rescue operation, but I have with the Coast Guard in Alaska, and I can tell you that every eye on that helicopter is involved in the flight. Now, obviously, there's one pilot who's flying it, but the folks, the crew chief, everyone is involved in communicating throughout all of this, and it looks like we're about to try to effect a rescue here. Here comes the firefighter making the move on the dog. I think it looks like the dog is barking and maybe even trying to bite the firefighter, and you can understand that. The firefighter really hanging in there and doing a great job of wrestling that rope or ring around the firefighter. What a job he's doing.
Looks like he just gave a sign now to try to hoist them up, possibly.
Right, he's got a capture strap amongst him. He's giving the hand signals there when he's ready to the crew chief. He's put him in a harness or a capture strap. Try to hold on to that dog to let him know that he's going to be okay. Sometimes with a human being, it's a lot easier, but this guy is very scared. He doesn't understand what his surroundings are. But I'm sure the firefighter is trying to comfort the dog and let him know that he's okay and he's going to be hanging with him. He's going to take him into a new dimension that he's never been in his life ever before. But he'll probably drug here a little bit before the helicopter can get him up. And there he goes. Looks like we got a good capture now.
All right, and now, and the danger is not over. We should say you were talking about the danger of the hover. One of the dangers in a situation like this is that somehow the pilot becomes distracted, gets too focused on the rescue itself, and isn't flying the ship. And in this case, we don't expect that to happen, but just to make the point that this is not over yet, and this firefighter is bringing the dog up, the entire team on that helicopter, putting their lives at risk.
Pero el perro piensa que está nadando, el güey está en el aire.
The LA River in Vernon, we've been watching this rescue underway, and as Captain Steve Ruda from LA City Fire has been telling us, it looks like we've got a good capture. They're now down onto solid ground. Wow.
What an amazing job by that rescue worker.
Still a hard landing there, but they're down, and hopefully they'll have other firefighters from the water team take control of the animal, find out who he belongs to, and I think we'll change this dog's name to Lucky today.
Sounds good.
What a wonderful end to this story. I mean, look at all the hard work that went into that rescue, and boy, what a payoff.
We're truly glad to do it. It's part of our job. Like I said before, all life is important to us. Within every fire service,
later
watching Channel 5 today, firefighters have been putting it on the line all week, whether it be in Swiftwater, helping sandbags, working with the city. The city family has tried to to make sure that people are safe, and that's for sure.
Hey, Steve, I want to make sure we give credit where credit is due. I see a big number 4 on the side of that helicopter. Once again, give a shout out to those guys from that helicopter and from the station they belong to.
Exactly, and I'm going to find out who those folks are that are working today. And